Hey, Wagwan, everyone. I just realized my camera is not in place. Sorry for the dark shadows. Today was the solar eclipse, and that was a lot of fun to watch. I got some solar glasses with my daughter to view the eclipse. We only got like 85%, so it looked like a big Pac-Man. So that much. Didn't get to see the Ring of Fire. I did watch it on NASA, their YouTube channel. It was cool. Keep for next year when they have the solar eclipse. I think today was the lunar eclipse, so sorry for my faux pas. But let's see if I can reduce the music down just a bit. Oh, let's go in the opposite direction. There we go. All right. So, sorry I'm late. I was going to head out and do some Oktoberfest things and come back later to sit and probably pre-record this. Pardon me for adjusting everything. But I actually ended up staying home, and all the pieces I've been doing for the last 13 days, I've been coloring. So I brought out the color pencils, started fixing some mistakes, correcting things, beautifying. As one person I think she always said was yassifying, which I'm not going to go there. I beautified it, basically. The Emma Queen kind of softened it, made her a little bit more, alluring. Working on Mystique, doing the same thing. I still have to do the background to my Amiya. First one I did, but now I'm tacking the Goku. So I think that was day 7 or 8. Post those. Also, that dropped. If you haven't seen it yet, visit Mark Brooks Art or at Mark Brooks Art on Instagram. And he has just uploaded the big drop. It's the promo for the House of X, Power of X, that yours truly flatted. That was actually a very funny story. So he was actually on his way down to have some fun, and it took me about 12 hours roughly, because I got it late at night, about 10 o'clock at night. Stayed up until about 2 working on it, trying to get a quarter of it done. So my goal by that 4 hours was to have a quarter of it done. Background basically pretty much separated out by 2 layers. So I'll share that file. Maybe I'll do a stream on it, record it, and show how it looks. But I basically did the background first. That was the big thing, because if I tackle the background, I can then tackle the foreground characters. And that's what I did for that 4 hours, separating out the trees and the building, the X mansion in the back. And then the other 8 hours was spent working on quadrants. So it's a big piece. So I started with, after talking to Mark about all the characters, who was who, what was what costume colors, I had to match them, pretty much get them to the colors. So the next renderer, I think his name's Richard, wouldn't have to go so far, wouldn't have to spend a lot of time trying to flat everything or reflat everything, kind of like Shelby does. I give him the colors, I try to match it as close as possible to what he's imagining or what he's thinking, and then he'll adjust it to his palette. So I want to get as close as possible with the right amount of saturation hues, say Cyclops' outfit, Jean Grey, hair color, etc. Cable. I got every one of them except 2. After looking at the rendering, I missed the color palette, even though I was going off a reference from the internet. I thought one of them was Monique or whatever her name is, super powered Miss Monica or whatever, and she was, if you see her, she's actually just seeing a headshot of her. And then Exodus, I had grabbed colors from a previous one I did for Mark, as well, a big fold out cover, and Firestar's mask. So when I painted yellow or red, because it's Firestar, so I guess she has a different color mask, because I couldn't find anything new because of the comics. And to be honest with you, I have not been following the X-Men series. I mean, I've been collecting them, but I haven't had time to read them. They're still sitting over my desk here. I think I read the last one, which was where we see what Kitty Pryde is back to Shadowcat. So that was fun, matching all the colors. Fun piece. Usually, wouldn't take me so long, but I broke it up. I got up next morning, just tackled it and got it done. I had to get to them by Monday, but I wanted to get it to them, Saturday, because I like to clear my desk of things and just work. Because I knew I'd get more work the next day, which I did as well. I was working on 2 Usagi flats for Stan Sakai's comic, and so that was a lot of fun. This is a good time. So check it out. But today we're not here just to talk about that, and I'm not going to talk about any ADHD stuff today. I just didn't go out. I didn't want to. I just had more work. So that was actually the first time today I actually sat. I just put on Bastard on Netflix and just listened to it while I colored, focused. That helped me. But I did Tigra, so we're going to work in Tigra, and so let's jump over to my drafting board. I have to turn on the light. It's getting dark here. But before we do that, again, like, subscribe, and comment down below.
Do it! Just do it!
Again, that never gets old. So let's turn the music up, and let's go. Whoa. Something just happened on my screen. Okay, so let's drive over. And I don't know why the music's not working. Hello again. This is how the magic happens behind the scenes. All right, so I thought I had Tigra here. And I don't know where I put her. She should be right here. All right, the crafty little minx got away from me. There she is. Trying to figure out why Pexel's not working. So one moment, please. Just trying to get some music going. All right. So for this one, I noticed that her eye was originally off. It was off a little bit there. And then with my visual problem, like I mentioned to you before, I didn't realize that it wasn't quite straight either. So I made some changes and fixed that. This is actually her lip here, so it's not like she doesn't have a jaw. So I will post to my Instagram the progress shot from today of all the images. There's still some minor adjustments I need to do, add some highlights and get them to pop. I think, how did I have this? So this is a fun one. I haven't done Tigra before. And she's always been a favorite character of mine from the Avengers. I mean, what's not to like? I just would be allergic to her. I couldn't date her. Unless they made a very powerful allergy tablet. All right. Got to get in here. I got to see what I'm doing. I'm not going to work so heavy as I did with the eyes. One thing I'm going to do, and I was watching Frank Cho, and I might use a mechanical pencil. I haven't used a mechanical pencil in years, but just for those fine details in the eyes, it's probably what I'll end up doing here in future. And then go through and ink and then add the eyelashes, etc. Yeah, her and She-Hulk were like my favorite in the Avengers, especially around the time when Star Fox joined. But even when the Beast was around, the Beast at that time was probably my favorite. And that was when John Byrne was the penciler on that run, and I think when he was like he didn't know his place, so he's more of a playboy than actual super genius. He gave us so I'm kind of geeky and very nerdy, so he gave us nerdy geeky guys that hope that we too could be with a beautiful woman in the future. Except he treated them like jerks. I don't want to be like that. That was a guy again with low self-esteem issue because of him being a mutant and then turning himself blue. So the one thing I like about doing this one is that there's a progression. So when using the Riley method is the first tool in my box for drawing this, I'm still readjusting. What I might do in the future is draw the torso, the rib cage, and then just go free and loose with the hips, because that can twist and turn that this middle section and the abdomen and the torso. I mean, that's gonna be or not torso, the pelvis. That's where the movement occurs. Well, a lot of movement. If the upper body moves too, but it'll help me with a little bit more freedom here. And again, I'm trying to go beyond what I was taught. So when you're taught something like, again, your martial arts, you're taught how to punch, and as Bruce Lee said, once you walk out of it as a black belt, a punch is still a punch. You may have learned the techniques of doing it or whatever, but when you throw a punch, you still are throwing a punch. I'm just taking what I've learned and trying to make it a little better for the comic book world, I should say. So yeah, did anybody see the eclipse today? Did you get out there? Did you have any sunglasses or the special glasses, solar glasses to look? It was an early morning, so I was a little tired. I was been in a little Tom Cruise fix this week, so I've been watching all the MI movies and Mission Impossible. Saw A Few Good Men. That's one I wanted to see for a while. It's on Tubi, and then I saw The Firm. Started watching it last night, but then I stopped and finished it this morning after the eclipse. I just not certain what I want to do with these her tiger stripes. I'll do that. So for the hands here, I used not only my hands for reference, but I also used the Handy app because it's a handy app available, I think, on all the Play stores. Because I wanted to get the pose and the pose right, and it really helped. I wish there was an app because I bought the Skelly one from Proco, and that's also been useful because I use it for the forearm. I understand how it all works. I just have a hard time when I'm drawing figuring out where everything is, like how the ulna connects to the tibia, not tibia, that's the wrong part of the body. I can't think of it right now. It basically connects the upper arm in the back there, the bottom to the olecranon. But can't picture it. Again, I know how it looks. I can see it. I can spot it in a reference, but drawing it from imagination, I just can't imagine. So I think a lot. So this really did help. But I wish there was one that like Magic Poser, but I'm not willing to spend the $10 or whatever. I think it's a monthly charge. I wish it was just a single flat rate, $10. And if there was, I could use that because then I could use the female. I could light it, and then I can use that for lighting my character. That's what I do when I'm using Clip Studio Paint. Most times I don't have an issue drawing the hands. I'm not one of those. I used to be one of those artists, and I always remember when I first started doing cons, was people would always have a challenge around the tables, like let's draw things that we don't like to draw, which are hands and feet. And I always thought that was kind of funny. And I just realized the music has stopped again. Let's see what this is. Uh-oh. Sorry about that. Somehow my StreamYard just went off. And I did have an issue. I did see with Shelby yesterday, or I think it was yesterday, that his also too froze. I brought it up with StreamYard, but they're giving me this whole and make sure it's Ethernet connected and restart your router and everything. I'm like, I have all those things. You know, my internet did not go down. So I wonder if it's just because there's so many upgrades with browsers that they're still working through slow security issues. So sorry, I don't know who this is that's playing. Should probably check real quick if it's YouTube friendly. All right, it is. Oh, it's lo-fi. Well, I think I made this leg a little too short. Let's see. I think I did. All right. Just getting a little shine from the graphite, so I can't quite tell how her face looks. Hey, thank you very much for the Thank you very much. Appreciate that. It's a long time no see. I think it's been a few since I last saw you on here. I'm almost done with this. It's not going to be too long. So what I've been doing is I've been finishing these off in post, and meaning that I've been relying a lot on the coloring, but I will also push myself and try to think of the lighting and everything. If you want to see some great ones, Mahmoud Asra for New York City Comic Con did some fantastic pieces. Those were inspirational. Hey, Madness, how you doing? Got it. I'm gonna say this, mispronounce it, probably Icky 5. I can't remember what Shelby told me last time you were on. Dang it. My bad. Ichthus. Wait. That's right. So I've been doing a lot of women, except for Goku. The majority have been all women. And I've been seeing some really cool, like Mike McCone did Mumra, the bandage form. And so I'm thinking I might do a mumra drawing. I might work on that tonight. Don't know if it'll be one I'll do tomorrow, because right now I'm doing a redraw of a tracer and from Overwatch. And once that's done, it'll be added to the pile. But mumra is one of those classic. I don't think I'll color her hair with the brush. I might do that all with the Ohuhu markers. Yeah, I'm doing my own Dutchtober. I wanted to do the Art Germ one, and I looked at it. The only ones I had already pre-drawn was a Savage Land Rogue, and I can't remember her name from Spawn. I have her, and I think an Iron Man, but then Soletta Mercury was day one, and I really liked Mobile Suit Gundam, Witch of Mercury, so I wanted to do that, so I did. And that one I just finished beautifying that one up, so that's all set. So I'll be showing those on my Instagram, and then again, these will all show up in my store later. All right. So I'm not going to tackle the eyes like I mentioned, because I want to save that for, sorry for the earthquake. Save that for when I finish coloring. But there she is. One of my favorite Avengers. So yeah, tomorrow I'll be doing this again. Hey, Ryan. Hey, Ryan's in the house. Oops, running over something. So thanks everybody for joining. I'll be doing this again tomorrow. Not certain what I'm going to do, which one I'll pick, but it'll be a lot of fun. And definitely we'll get this all taken up. I'll even bring up the ones I've done. Maybe that might we do tomorrow. I'll just show them for everybody to see. Yeah, I've been enjoying coloring these with the Ohuhu markers. I'm starting to sort of get used to them now. They're very highly saturated. If you haven't used them before, they're highly saturated, and they don't bleed so much, but the colors on the caps are misleading to what's actually under the hood. So that's the only thing I have to say is just, have the little color guide out that they give you, and then you'll be able to choose the right color. I unfortunately did that with the Mystique, where I chose one I thought was a lighter blue. It turned out to be a darkish purple, or lighter purple, despite the name and the color of the cap. So I had to quickly figure out how to fix that. But I appreciate you guys for stopping by and chatting with me. Keep me busy here. Join me again tomorrow. I'll definitely hit it at 4 o'clock. And, again, please like, subscribe, comment below, and I will see you guys tomorrow. So let's drive on out of here, and I'll see you guys later. Have a good night.